Hello, my name is Prime and welcome back to ATS Showcases, and today we're going to haul some goods for Michelin from here in Winnemucca, and we're going to head up to Burns today. A very nice delivery, some more scenic roads, or at least more back roads. From what I can tell, it's going to be a wonderful delivery indeed. We're going to talk about a number of things here revolving around American Truck Simulator. That's some pretty exciting news that has come out recently. And we're going to be driving this Freightliner Cascadia today, but it is powered by a wonderful, wonderful mod indeed. The Cummins X15 straight pipe engine mod by Jerry, which is available on the Steam Workshop, so I'll have the link for that down in the description below. It is a fantastic engine mod, highly recommend it, so let's listen to it right now. Boy, oh boy, doesn't it ever make that X15 come to life. Let's go ahead and get in the inside here and get rolling. Hopefully everyone's doing well. I certainly am. Great to be back here in ATS Showcases, and a wonderful engine mod indeed. We'll try and get some sounds going through here as I pull out at the stop sign here and just experience the wonderful engine mod that it is. The X15 engines are definitely good, but wonderful, wonderful indeed. The noises from this straight pipe version, incredible. I love Jerry's work. It is fantastic engine mods. I've done so many in the past of his work. Fantastic indeed, and cannot recommend it enough. Once again, free on the Steam Workshop if you want to check it out. I'll have the link for it down in the description below. It just is a plug and play one. It actually overwrites the sounds of the existing X15s in American Truck Simulator, or at least most of them. Sorry, just had to pause for that amazing sound. Wonderful mod, easy to install. It just works. Sounds great. Doesn't have any weird clipping, at least from what I can tell. It just works. So highly recommend it if you want to add some life, shall we say, to the X15 engine in maybe a truck that you drive in ATS. So let's talk about some of the news that has come out recently for ATS. As per tradition here on ATS Showcases, we're going to start with Nebraska with some scenic towns. Yes, scenic towns, and that is something actually in the blog, or in the Prime News video I did on it. I believe I did actually say scenic towns, but I definitely didn't cover the industries for a reason, because they are, well, just scenic. They're the names of the towns that we'll be able to drive through and technically experience, and especially with landmarks and stuff, but it's not like we're going to be driving to them or driving deliveries to and from them, shall I say. We'll go through them, but it's not maybe a focal point city that generally the the DLCs feature, where you can actually see the name on the map and so on, that they actually have cargoes that you can take to and from. They are scenic towns, 13 of them if I remember correctly. Wonderful, wonderful screenshots showcasing the beauty of the Nebraska DLC. So exciting to see how that DLC is in development right now and the progress that is being made. It is fantastic. And yes, scenic towns, take it as you will, whether they play as much or any role, shall I say, in the economy of ATS. That's only time will tell. Maybe things will be updated in the future as well, so they do get included more in the economy. But nonetheless, it is a fantastic blog post, one that shows off the DLC, well, the upcoming DLC, very, very nicely, in my opinion. And I always like to see some of these scenic towns, the ones that are off the beaten path a little bit, the ones that we'll drive through, but definitely just more of the realistic atmosphere of a region. I really like those. Of course, it'd be nice to deliver to all of those different towns or cities, depending on the scale that you run off for naming conventions. Yes, it would be great to be able to do little deliveries to them, but it's just not in the name of the game right now. Maybe it will in the future. At least that's from what I can gather from the blog post, because once again, it didn't mention anything about industries, and the name Scenic Towns generally does imply that it's not really, you know, a town that you can go to, that you can deliver things to. But again, that's only time will tell to confirm that one way or the other. But then another, well, arguably bigger piece of news that a lot of the community has been kind of waiting on and just wanting to know more about. Okay, that truck's just going for it. The Walbert trailer driver. whatever the truck was, I couldn't tell. I was trying to come up with a name for that truck that just pulled out, but I couldn't even tell what the truck was when it pulled out. So, rip my analogy there. The driver hauling the Walbert trailer. There we go. That was kind of the combination of what my brain wanted to do. Another red truck though, just can't tell what it is. Anyways, arguably bigger piece of news. California rework. Yes, we actually got a blog post. Great to have one here in 2024 for it. And it is on phase 3, of course, as of any of the recent California rework blog posts, because that is the phase that is coming up. Kind of more in the Huron, Bakersfield, all in that kind of across that band there of California is being reworked in phase 3. And this blog post focused on some of the major roads or highways, I should say, that are going to be, or the sections of those highways that are going to be reworked within that phase. That being the CA Route 1, that being the I-5, and then the US 99. Trying to get them all straight in my brain here because in full transparency, I have recorded the Prime News video for that blog post not too long before recording this episode. So just trying to do a quick memory recall there. But as far as I know, got those right, which is good. I do tend to mess those up at times. But there was also some extra screenshots provided within that blog post, which I left sprinkled across the video just because, well, why not? We'll have some fun. Man, this truck up here must be struggling a little bit. Man, this truck just sounds good. So good. I'm sorry. I'm going to bounce around a little bit here. I get sidetracked on the sounds, but it just sounds so good. Anyways, California. Focus on those main highways, which is fantastic, and it really showcased, well, first of all, the incredible detail and quality of the California rework that, once again, is free for any owner of American Truck Simulator. And for those who may not own the game right now, well, don't worry. Once that phase releases, and it's the same for phase 1 and 2 that are already in American Truck Simulator, if you were to buy the game, you are getting them. Just put it that way. Pretty much, as the name of the game is going for SES Software right now, California is pretty much a multi-part DLC because it is being rebuilt from the ground up, each phase of it, pretty much from scratch, if not completely from scratch, to utilize all the space that happened way back when they did a rescale and basically just stretched stuff out. But the rescale created so much more space that wasn't utilized at the time. Now they are reworking the entire state, and that space is being utilized a lot better, let alone just increasing the quality, because American Truck Simulator has evolved since then, same with SES Software and their techniques. So it is fantastic to see the development of California coming in for free, and of course revitalizing an area that really needs it. It is a fantastic region of the US, and especially here in American Truck Simulator, and for those who've been playing ATS for quite some time, a bit of nostalgia there as well, and maybe nostalgia seeing some of the original works kind of going away. But at the same time, it is great to see the more realistic versions, the ones that have more opportunity for just a more enhanced economy. So many great things coming in with the California rework, and especially with the CA Route 1, which is the coastal route for those who may not know their routes that well. That is the beautiful scenic route that goes right along the west coast. Fantastic views. Already great in American Truck Simulator, or at least I thought it was great when it first hit. I think like a lot of us did. I thought it looked really good. Now, it is unbelievable. The section we've had in phase 2, which I think was the first time it kind of got touched, maybe a little bit in phase 1. Incredible difference between the different, well, the 2016 version, 2016 to 2017 to, well, the more modern version here. Now we're rolling into 2024. Fantastic difference between the two there, and the coastline just looks phenomenal. I mean, you can tell by the amount of just the high praise descriptive words I'm using in this little section here of the video. It is fantastic. Just bottom line, great to see the difference there. And then of course we roll into I-5, where it's very different landscape wise, and that's where I was going on with the showcasing that diversity within California. the coastline is very much rocky. Lots of course, we're cutting across hills and lots of greenery on the coast as well. But then I-5, as it moves across, it is very much more this traditional, well, almost like this, to be honest. Kind of more like borderline desert-like is actually what I called it in the Prime News video. And it is true. That kind of more classic California look. And it's very interesting. It's very flat. Lots of farmland out there, kind of revolving around the I-5 area. Very neat indeed to see that. And then US 99, also known as the Golden State Highway, which was actually a cool thing for me to actually understand and correlate the two, by the way. As a Canadian, I do know the area well. I do try to know California as well as I can, but there are little things that you learn here and there. So I thought that was cool to get that correlation there. However, wonderful historic highway that features so many great landmarks along the way. Plenty of towns that have and cities that have many great charms. It's just going to be really cool to explore that area as well and connect up the state. Those were all highways that, as far as I could recall, they're just being reworked. Maybe expanded on a little bit as well, but they are existing in ATS. Maybe not to the quality, well, definitely not to the quality that SE Software wants it to be, but that's why the rework is happening, and that's why California is going to look, well, it is looking brand new in the areas that have been reworked already, and it will continue as we move on. And that's where it leads into how many more phases will there be? Will there be? There we go. Get the words out there, Prime. Just mumble your way through a few of them. Mix up the words. It's been a long day, friends. It's been a long day. Anyways, we're on phase 3 right now. And we're kind of in this midsection of California. I could see there being 5 stages, or 5 phases, however you want to call it. That's kind of my 2 cents on it, because if you think on us in a way logically, we're phase 3 and we're about halfway through. We've had 2 already. We're phase 3. So in theory, if we're kind of at the midpoint, equal it out on either side. Oh, we got to pull in for a way station. So I guess we've got to go technically this way. This is the way station. And then we got to come up here. And then I guess we'll have to take a left. Yes, we'll have to go up and around afterwards and take a left. So yes, we'll stop at the scale. We've got probably a good amount of weight here for Michelin today. I mean, I won't lie. For those who are watching to this point, which I know a lot of you do, thank you by the way, I will admit, technically, we are hauling grain, I believe, or flour, a derivative of a grain at the end of the day. However, it is not actually tires, mainly because I wanted to take this, well, I configured this truck to look like this because I thought it looked cool, and was hoping to get some tires. However, I saw this delivery between this Winnemucca and Burns, really liked it, and so I decided just to run with it. So we are basically going to roleplay today as if we are just hauling some extra farm tires there from where we left off, and we're taking them to Burns. However, I was going to mention when I was on the exterior view, for those who have a keen eye, you may have already noticed, the Michelin trailer has Goodyear tires on it. And I left it purposely, because I won't lie, this is actually a trailer that I had configured previously, minus a few cosmetic changes. One of which I did not change were the tires. I thought it'd be kind of funny, and I wanted to see if anyone would comment on that. But I just kind of gave it away anyways, but still, it is, I just decided, you know what, let's run it for the irony. Why not? The Michelin trailer has Goodyear tires on it. I doubt that would happen in real life, but you never know. You never know how things work, I guess. But besides that, we are basically role-playing like we're taking tires, whether they're new or used, to Burns here today. So just ignore that. But I decided, oh, come on, go cinematic cam there, game. Thank you very much. back here in the Freightliner Cascadia. Almost messed up my whole transition there, and I borderline did, but that's fine. Back here in the Cascadia, wonderful truck. For those who've been around a while, you know I love the Freightliner. A lot of people do. It is a very, very popular truck, and we've got so many fantastic options now in American Truck Simulator that, believe it or not, the Freightliner is already starting to show its age here in ATS compared to some of the other trucks. It is still fantastic looking, and it looks really good in this red metallic. Looks very different in different lighting, to be honest, but it has those deep undertones. I think the red looks really, really good. We've recently gone more on the blues, and we've definitely gone more on the grays and metallic tones, if not into the slight beiges at times. So I decided to bring back the nice feisty red, and it looks really good. I actually did a red truck just last episode, longer episode here on the channel in ETS2 for my ETS2 showcase. Love that fiery red on the DEF XD. And so I decided, you know what, let's do one on the Freightliner here today. Thought that obviously I had to make it because I'm not a huge fan of the stock metallic red for the Freightliner Cascadia in full transparency. So this is a custom version of it, and I think it looks quite nice if you ask me. And of course, with the engine mod today, I actually saw this engine mod a little while ago. Probably about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, actually. I was planning on doing a video for it. However, I didn't use trucks that it would work with because it does replace the X15, and I also wanted to make sure it was, you know, semi-realistic on what trucks may actually use it. Those actually being more of an X15, but it does do a direct replacement. So unlike some of the other engines, even from Slavjeri, but other ones on the Steam Workshop, because this one direct replaces, you can't just use it with every single truck. And to be honest, most trucks have, or most mods, have a specific engine, or let me try and get this straight in my brain because I'm trying to think of 6 different things. Some engine mods, or a lot of them, have specific trucks that they work for. There we go, that's how I want to say it. But this one is the same thing, but it applies it in a different ways. A lot of mods it's a separate engine that you have to select, and of course if you uninstall the mod, then it just defaults to whatever engine, which is a great thing that it does now. But this one is just a straight override of the X15, so then if and when you remove the mod from your profile, it's still an X15, it just sounds different. That's pretty much it. So it just overwrites the existing engines and horsepowers and stuff like that. Real easy. I haven't had any issues with it. Sounds great. Works well. Nothing else more to say there, I guess. It's just the way it is. It just works. And that's the nice thing with a lot of engine mods, especially Slavjeri's work. They are just all such clean sounding engines. It's great attenuation on it. There is never any clipping issues. I have never had once. Oh, that's not sounding so great moment in any of the sound mods. It is fantastic. No matter what sound, well, I mean, I guess you can really mess with it depending on what you have your sound settings within American Truck Simulator set at. However, I believe even this mod, now please don't take my word for it, I'm just trying to remember from quite some time ago with the description looking at the mod. I believe this mod is actually, because it is newer, one of Slavjeri's where you don't have to have all the engine, turbo, and exhaust sliders turned all the way up to the max. That was always recommended because of the sound and the way that it was mixed. Now, as far as I can recall, the newer ones are set so you don't need to have them up for the best results. So that is also really nice to have. However, I think mine is still all the way cranked up. Part of it is to make sure that I try and get a more consistent sound for you, the viewer, that just generally works out well. So we're going to have to make a left here at the intersection. Try not to get lost here in Burns. Not a big place to get lost in, so got to make sure I do. So overall, it is I run the sound still maxed out, just mainly for the video's sake. That's how I have things kind of work, to try and get stuff more consistent. It doesn't always work, but it works quite well. Okay, here we go. Classic AI moment. Stop and wait for me, even though I have... Okay, now he goes. What are you doing there, dude? Classic AI. You gotta love it. Gotta love it. It's never gonna change. Never will, or never has, never will. It's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. All right, let's pull into the, where are we going here? Is it Walmart? Oh, Sell Goods. There we go. Saw them. One of the knockoffs of brands. Actually, one of the original brands here, if not the original brand. I guess Walmart and Sell Goods were two of the original brands. Okay, I guess got close. I didn't even know. Wait, the Freightliner beeps at you now? Weird, unless if I'm just hearing things, which is possible. Which is possible. Okay, where am I delivering this to? Oh, it's right over here. Oh, gee. I've messed this one up. Great. Now I gotta... How am I supposed to reverse this? Oh, this is not good. Here we go. Well, you guys are gonna get a treat. Prime Simulation. Try and reverse a... Okay, I gotta think about this logically here. I think we gotta go this way to get the rear trailer to go... No, that's... Oh, it's a dolly? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Okay. New challenge unlocked. Okay, here we go. So let's see. If I go backwards here, and I'm doing an exterior view, I don't care. Roast me in the comments. Do what you want. I don't care. If I go this way, in theory, that should go... I don't think this is going to work, friends. It's really not. Okay, can I circle around the building? Is there any hope? No. Well, I either give up or movie magic it and end up back at the entrance. I think we're going to do the heroic thing and just pull up a little bit and then let them unload it in the middle. And then we're going to go from there because there is... I'm sorry. I'm going to give up here. There's not a chance in the world. I'm going to maybe if I could just go back a little bit straight so I can get some camera view here. Should be better. We're going to go about there. There. That'll do. I'm sorry. I'm giving up. For the reason is because this ending will take quite literally 20 minutes and I probably wouldn't even get anywhere. So thank you guys so much for watching. What a great delivery. Apologies. Couldn't park the truck because, you know, I can't seem to know where to park things and then I miss where to go, and because I'm running a double trailer with a dolly of all things, it just I don't have the skill level for that. I still need to work on it. Been doing this for a number of years and I still can't do it here in ATS, but I do credit everyone in real life who can actually do it. You guys are legends. Once again, thank you all so much for watching and I will see you in the next one.